The Vijayanagar Empire. Lesson 1. Karnataka State Syllabus Social Science Textbook. A reading of the lesson. The expedition, which started during the 13th century by Delhi Sultan Alauddin Khilji over South India, continued in the 14th century also. As a result, many South Indian kingdoms like Yadavas of Devgiri, Hoysalas of Dwara Samudra, Kakatiyas of Warangal, Pandyas of Madurai, and others were defeated. At this juncture, Vijayanagar succeeded in creating a strong political power as a solution for South India's political issues. It ruled for 3 centuries. In this lesson, the dynasties which ruled Vijayanagara Empire are explained. Contributions of these kings to political, social, economical, literary, art and sculpture are also discussed. Battle of Talikota, Rakkasatangadi, which was the main reason for the decline of Vijayanagar Empire, and its effects are also discussed here. Competencies, that means what is our focus, what are the main goals of this lesson. To understand the achievements of Vijayanagara kings, to know administration, social and economic conditions and literature of the Vijayanagara period, to know the art and sculpture of the Vijayanagara period, to know the religious equality maintained by the Vijayanagara kings, to mark the borders and to identify the places of Vijayanagara Empire on the map. Vijayanagara Empire was founded in 1336 AD on the southern bank of the Tungabhadra river by the sons of Sangama called Harihar, Bukkaraya, Kampana, Marappa and Muddappa. Hampi of Ballari district was their capital and their national emblem was the boar, Varaha. Let's go on. So, this is the boar or the Varaha emblem. Emblem means the sign. During 1336 to 1646 CE, Vijayanagara Empire was ruled by the 4 dynasties called Sangama dynasty 1336 to 1465, Saluva dynasty 1485 to 1505 CE, Tuluva dynasty 1505 to 1567 and Aravidu dynasty 1570 to 1646. Sangama dynasty 1336 to 1485 CE. Harihara and Bukka. Harihara 1336 to 57 CE was the first king of the dynasty. He took control over the regions of Tungabhadra river. He extended his empire to Konkan coastal areas of the west, to Nellore and Kadapa of east, to the Krishna river of the north and Kaveri river of the south. Like this, he laid a strong foundation for his empire. Bukkaraya 1357 to 1377 CE, brother of Harihara, took over power after his death because Harihara had no son. During his rule, his son Kampana widened the empire by defeating the Sultan of Madurai. This was explained in a book called Madura Vijayam, which was written by Kampana's queen Ganga Devi. Bukka captured Penukonda by defeating Reddis of Kondavidu and included it to the Vijayanagar Empire. Shravana Belagula inscription of 1368 CE explains that he pacified the conflict between Jains and Vaishnavas and maintained religious harmony and equality. After Bukkaraya, Harihara II, 1377 to 1404 CE, Bukkaraya II, Virupaksha II, 1404 to 146 CE, Devaraya 146 to 1422 CE, Veera Vijayaraya 1422 to 1424 CE ruled Vijayanagar Empire. Devaraya II, Prauda Devaraya 1424 to 1446 CE. He was the famous king of the Sangama dynasty, and his period was significant in Vijayanagar dynasty. After he took over the power, he built a new army including Muslim soldiers who had archery and horse taming skills. With the help of this army, he defeated Reddy leaders of Kondavidu region. He defended famous Mudugal fort, Raichur and Bankapur by fighting with Ahmad Shah of Bahmani sultans. His brave commander called Lakkanna Dandesha defeated the kings of Kerala and Sri Lanka and collected treasure and tribute in cash from them. Prauda Devaraya, who had religious tolerance, built Jain and Vaishnava temples in the capital, and he permitted to build mosques also. Telugu poet Srinatha, Sanskrit philosopher Dindima, and Kannada poet and the minister Lakkanna Dandesh were sheltered in his kingdom. Veera Shaivism got resurrected in this period. Persian ambassador Abdul Razak visited Vijayanagara kingdom during Prauda Devaraya period and stated, "I have seen such a rich kingdom like Vijayanagara kingdom for the first time. The capital has 7 forts and the Raja's army has lakhs of soldiers." He had the titles like Gaja Ventegara, Chatu Samudradishwara, Ariraya Vibhada. After his death in 1446 CE, his son Mallikarjuna 1446 to 1465 CE and then Virupaksha III 1465 to 1485 CE ruled Vijayanagara. These were weak rulers, and because of this, a strong commander, Saluva Narasimha, captured the capital. With this incident, the rule of Sangama dynasty ended in 1485 CE. Saluva dynasty. After taking over the power in 1485 CE, Saluva Narasimha ruled for 6 years and died in 1491 CE. His children were minors when he died, and because of this, kingdom was in the protection of a commander called Tuluva Narasanayaka from 1491 to 1503 CE. Tuluva dynasty 1505 to 1567 CE. In 1505 CE, Veera Narasimha, son of Tulu Narasanayaka, Tuluva Narasanayaka, started the rule of Tuluva dynasty. After his death in 1509, his brother Krishnadevaraya came to power. Krishnadevaraya 1509 to 1529 CE. He was the famous and greatest king among other Vijayanagara kings. At the initial years of his rule, he had to face many revolts. Robert Sewall stated that Krishnadevaraya was An uncommon brave king, intelligent soldier, and diplomatic expert, he defeated his enemies and extended his empire in South India. He seized Sivanasamudra fort from Ummatur chief Gangaraja in 1510 CE. Later, he won Raichur fort. He supported the Portuguese to capture Goa from Vijayapura Sultan. In 1513 CE, he won Udayagiri fort. Then in 1518 CE, he captured Cuttack, the capital of Gajapati Prataparudra, a Kalinga king, by defeating him and married his daughter Jagan Mohini. Now let us continue. In 1522 CE, he captured Raichur from the king of Adil Shah, Ismail Adil Khan. Later he captured Kalaburagi, Bidar forts. He got released, the son of king who was imprisoned by Bahmani prime minister, and restored him to power in Bidar. For this he got the title Yavanaraja Pratishta Panacharya. Vijayanagara kingdom was expanded in all four directions at this time of his death in 1529 CE. Domingo Pez, who visited his kingdom, stated, Krishnadevaraya was a soft person with a strong body in his book. Rakkasa Tangadi battle. After Krishnadevaraya, Achyutaraya 1530 to 1542 CE and Sadashivaraya 1543 to 1565 CE ruled the Vijayanagar. Since Sadashivaraya was a minor and unable to rule, Ramaraya of the Aravidu dynasty, son-in-law of Krishnadevaraya, took the whole responsibility of administration. His diplomacy expanded the Vijayanagara kingdom and made it rich. The number of enemies also increased. Deccan sultanates were attacking Vijayanagara often. To avenge, Ramaraya captured Vijaypura and Golconda, and this caused the war. All sultanates united themselves with jealousy and hatred on the growth and richness of Vijayanagara kingdom. They had political differences in between them, but to defeat Vijayanagara they united. On 23rd January of 1565 CE, the Rakkasa Tangadi war began between the united army of sultans and the army of Vijayanagara on the banks of the Krishna river, and Ramaraya died in the war. Sultanates looted Vijayanagara. Tirumala and Venkata, sons of Ramaraya, who escaped from the war, ran away to Penukonda. Later, Aravidu dynasty started their ruling from 1570 to 1646 CE by making Penukonda, Chandagiri and later Vellore as their capitals. By this war, feudal chiefs of Mysuru, Keladi, Chitradurga, Yalahanka and Surapur became independent rulers in Karnataka. Cultural contributions of the Vijayanagara Empire. Administration. Vijayanagara Empire had strong central take a minute for this. Cultural contributions of the Vijayanagara Empire. The Vijayanagara Empire, just give me a minute. the Vijayanagara Empire had strong central administration and it adopted decentralized administrative system. In the administration, there were many ministers to assist the king and leaders of local provinces. For the administration purpose, kingdom was divided into provinces, provinces into regions, regions into cities, and cities into village groups. King's representatives were managing the provinces and hereditary officers were managing village administration. The king was the supreme judiciary. Regional officers were dispensing justice in provinces. 1/6 of land revenue was collected. It was major income and trade tax, professional tax, road tax, fair tax, export tax, and tribute in cash were other incomes. During the reign of Vijayanagara, infantry, cavalry, elephant, and cannon divisions were the prominent divisions in the army. Arabian horses were very attractive in Vijayanagara. Social status. During Vijayanagara period, child marriage, sati system, and devdasi systems were in practice. Monogamy was in practice, but rich people and kings were following polygamy. Women were respected. Deepavali and Dasara festivals were celebrated grandly. Dasara festival was celebrated under the king's patronage. Social economic status. Agriculture was the main occupation. Rice, maize, sugarcane, and cotton crops were the major crops. Kings of Vijayanagara encouraged agriculture through building tanks and wells. They had trade links with other countries, and rice, cotton, clothes, iron, diamonds, sugar, musk, sandal, and spices were exported. Horse, silk clothes, makmal clothes were imported. Vijayanagara was the international business center for diamonds. Cloth weaving was the important industry. Battakal, Honnavara, Mangalore were the important ports then. Golden coins were in use and pictures of gods and goddesses were etched on these coins. Literature. During the reign of the Vijayanagara, literature of Sanskrit, Telugu and Kannada developed immensely. Vidyaranya wrote books like Shankara Vijaya and Sarva Darshan Sangraha in Sanskrit. His brother Sayanacharya also wrote books called Vedartha Prakasha and Ayurveda Sudhanidhi. Kings and their family members also created sufficient literature. Among them, Ganga Devi wrote Madhura Vijayam. Praudadevaraya wrote great drama called Sudhanidhi. Krishnadevaraya wrote Jambavati Kalyana, Madalasa Charitram and Rasa Manjari. Kumaravyasa's Gadugina Bharata, Ratnakaravarni's Bharatesha Vaibhava, Chamara's Prabhulinga Leele were significant literary works in Kannada. Lakkanna's Shivatattva Chintamani, Bhima poets, Basava Purana were the contributions of the Veerashaiva literature. Krishnadevaraya encouraged Telugu literature. Because of this, he got a title called Andhra Bhoja. He himself was a poet and he wrote Amukta Malyada in Telugu. There were 8 famous scholars called Ashtadiggajas in his kingdom, and they are Allasani Peddanna, Tenali, Nandi Timmanna, Srinatha, Pingali Suranna, Tenali Ramakrishna, and others. Religious harmony. Kings of Vijayanagara kingdom were great followers of religious tolerance. They built a mosque in their capital. Bukkaraya solved the problems between Jains and Vaishnavas, and it is known by the Shravana Belagola inscription of 1368 CE. Barbosa, who visited Vijayanagar during the reign of Krishnadevaraya, stated that any Christian, Jew, Muslim, Hindu, or person of any religion can live happily in the Vijayanagar kingdom because these kings respect all. Art and sculpture. Great historian Percy Brown, on observing the temples, monuments, and sculptural statues, stated that art and sculpture of Vijayanagara was the evolutionary form of Dravidian style. Hazara Ramaswamy Temple, Hampi. The temples of that period were built with strong granite rocks. Kalyana Mantapa of Virupaksha Temple in Hampi, Hazara Ramaswamy Temple, Vittalaswamy Temple, Krishnaswamy Temple, Kamala Mahal, Sringeri's Vidyashankar Temple are some important temples which were built during their rule. Very spacious enclosures, high tower, very wide marriage halls, meeting halls, spring pavilions were the feature of the temples of Vijayanagara period. Vidyashankara Temple, Sringeri. Kalahasti, Srishyala, Tirupati, Chidambaram, Srirangam, Kumbakonam, Kanchi, and in other places, art and sculpture of Vijayanagara can be found. Lepakshi Temple, which was called as Shaiva's Ajanta, has sketches of Shivapurana of Vijayanagara period. On the roof of the Virupaksha temple's marriage hall, scenes of Dashavatara and Girija Kalyana were carved. Stone chariot, idols of Narasimha and Ganapati illustrate the monolith stone sculpture of the Vijayanagara reign. Dakshi Nadi music, which is introduced now as Carnatic music, had reached even common people then. Purandara Das and Kanaka Das contributed a lot to this field. Ganapati, Hampi, idols of Narasimha, Hampi, stone chariot, Hampi. Chronological period. Ruling period of the Vijayanagara kingdom, 1336 to 1565. Chronological period means the time. Sangama dynasty, 1336 to 1485. Harihara, 1336 to 1357. Bukkaraya, 1357 to 1377. Devaraya, 1424 to 1446. Saluva, 1484 to 1505. Tuluva Narasannayaka, 1491 to 1503. Tuluva dynasty, 1505 to 1565. Krishnadevaraya, 1509 to 1529. The Battle of Talikot, 23rd January 1565. So with this we finish a reading of the lesson, and there will be more videos for the explanation of this lesson and some videos to look and learn.